Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are discussing the past projects of the FAO, its role and its future forecasting, and how it will play its role in the future. It will be discussed in today's lecture. In its very beginning, it helped the North African countries to control the locust, which were damaging the crops. Similarly, they stocked the water channels, the streams, the water reservoirs with fish. By providing fish to the water channels, to the water reservoirs, the protein rich diet will be available to the people. And there would be no deficiency of protein or a healthy diet. Similarly, it increased the yield of rice in Liberia almost 2 times, many folds. It increased the production of the rice in the Liberia. It also helped the farmers in Tanzania and encouraged them to cultivate or grow the tea plants instead of other crops. Around 1,000 farmers accepted this offer, and the yield which they obtained from their crops gave them 400% more profit than the past. Similarly, they were interested in producing in the protein rich plants by the small farmers. The small farmers cultivated the protein rich plants in their countries and obtained a diet which was healthy than the diet they were obtaining before that. In Iran, the production of date palm was doubled. By the help of the FAO, by the experts and by the expertise and the training and the support of the FAO, the date palm production increased in Iran 2 times. In Burma, they constructed the rice storage centers because in Burma or Myanmar, they are cultivating the rice, which is the major crop over there, but there were no proper storage facilities over there in the Myanmar, so they constructed the storage centers to preserve the rice, to be provided it in off season and to export it to the countries to earn foreign exchange. They have helped utilize the marine foods. Basically, they have worked on the utilization of the marine foods, which is a rich source of protein. They prepared some ships and the processing plants in those ships to not only to catch but also to process the fish and to preserve it and to provide it in those areas where it is not available, where it was not available in the past. They have worked on to modernize and mechanize the farming and the processing techniques to control or minimize the time and minimize the losses and to provide the healthy diet to the people in off season with low cost, with low price. FAO is basically working on the leaving behind the trained persons who may work and who may process all the foods, etc., in their own respected countries to be used and utilized in the later on stages. And the FAO for the future is working on the industries, governments and universities. From the industries, they are taking the people and provide them or train them over there and send them back to their own countries. With government, they help the government to how to solve and tackle such issues. And from the universities, they provide scholarships, grant scholarships to the students for the higher studies, to go abroad for the higher studies and to learn about the food shortage and the food processing and food preservation to preserve the food to serve the humanity and the human beings in future. This was all about today's lecture, in which we discussed the projects which is plate, the working way, how it works, that how it is leaving trained persons behind them, and how it will work in the future. That is, they are hiring and training the people from the developing regions, from the developing countries. They are also training the governments, the people, and the students, and sending them back to their countries with a potential of enough expertise in those fields which are required for the preservation of the food to meet the food needs of the world. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask. Thanks.